Hello friends, it is Jordan, once again at the Monastic Academy, or also known as Maple. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about Buddhist monastic training and culture, particularly in Asia. What is it like to train in a monastery in Asia? And to illustrate this, I'm going to be using this book, Stillness Flowing, which is about the life and teachings of Ajahn Chah, who was a Buddhist monk and teacher in the Thai forest tradition, which is Theravada. And there's actually a free PDF version of this book that's available to read online. I can actually put a link in the description below for any of you who are interested in reading this. But there's one particular part of the book that I just want to highlight. And this particular part goes into detail about the daily life at the monastery where Ajahn Chah taught. And this part that I want to highlight starts on page 137 with this headline called, as you can see, it says Golden Days. And it goes until page 150 with the headline Water Rights. So that is the part of the book that I just wanted to highlight. But to the Westerner, to the Western mind, this whole part that I just highlighted might seem very, very harsh and intense. You may be wondering, this is just an example, but like the monks get only 2 hours of sleep a night? I mean, that's insane. Here at Maple, we are pretty intense, but here we get 7 hours of sleep. And during our retreats, we get like 5 hours of sleep. So we're still getting more sleep than the monks under Ajahn Chah did. And there are other examples, like the monks had to be extra diligent and mindful in the way that they were going about the monastery. For example, no making noise at inappropriate times, and you had to be on time to things like chanting. And if you made any such mistake, then you would just be called out in front of the whole community. And sometimes Ajahn Chah would go on and on and on about such a matter for hours. Such a seemingly trivial mistake would get turned into this huge thing. Ajahn Chah would go on and on and on about it for late into the night. There were many times when the monks weren't allowed to get up from sitting meditation or weren't allowed to urinate. And one other example that's not within this page range, it's a little bit earlier, but it's this part that talks about medicine, and that Ajahn Chah was very against the use of Western medicine, and so he and the monks would only use the practice and herbal medicine to work through various illnesses like malaria, I think. And Ajahn Chah was even close to dying from a serious illness, but because of his firm and resolute, diligent practice, he was able to make a surprising recovery. I found that very surprising, and to be honest, it really gives me a lot of faith in the practice. So like I said, here at Maple, there is this taste, this whiff of that intensity. But just from reading this, I mean, it's just so obvious that we're not even close to that here at Maple. And we were actually recently visited by our head teacher, Soryu's Foral's teacher from India, whose name is Bhante Bodhidhamma. And while Bhante Bodhidhamma was here, he actually said that we here at Maple eat way too much and sleep way too much. And that, again, I mean, is just proof right there that we're just not even close to the intensity of, as is described in this book. But I still do think that Maple is a good place to train if you want to get a taste of the intensity but aren't quite committed to going all the way to Asia, because Asia, training in a monastery in Asia, I'm sure is a very, very different experience than training here in the US. Here in the US, like here at Maple, there still is quite a lot of the Western influence. And actually, one other thing that might be good to read if you really want to get a taste of real intense training is the story about Milarepa training under Marpa. I can actually put a link in the description, put a link to a book, a biography that I read about Milarepa that is all about Milarepa's story and all the hardships and the intense training and meditation that he had to endure and undertake. But yeah, I hope this video is helpful.